Hello, it's JCal Arts, and welcome to my Let's Draw series where I draw a picture, you watch me draw, and I explain the thought processes behind the drawing. So in today's Let's Draw, I'll be drawing more Bikermeister Mars because Ryan Reynolds, I'm still waiting for that Bikermeister Mars reboot to come to fruition. Please send me a trailer soon. Send some artwork or something. I'm on the edge of my seat. But for real though, in this actual Let's Draw episode, I basically will be adding in a character that I think would be interesting to add to the roster of like the main Bikermeister Mars characters. And this character I see siding with the villains. And if they're gonna do a reboot, like I want Mr. Limburger to be the main villain and not the Catatonians like it was in the reboot, because I love Mr. Limburger from the original cartoon, and I know his voice actor died, but like, I don't know if this is a popular opinion or not, but like, even if you have to sit here and get an impersonator, like, I want him to be the main villain. And as far as like me adding this new villain character concept in mind, I see him basically being a henchman to him alongside Grease Pit and Carbuncle. So before I get into the new villain character concept I'm going to be introducing, why did nobody who watched my first Bikermeister Mars video mention to me that I forgot to draw the antennas of the three main mice men? Like, that is such an important detail and nobody mentioned it. You too worried about me drawing hands, JK. But seriously, that was a big oopsie that I just noticed. Well, I noticed a while ago, but doing this recording and drawing the main mice men again, I noticed that missing detail. So, I'm adding it back in for this speed paint. So I just wanted to point that out because I thought that was pretty funny. So I have the headshots of the main three characters, Vinny, Modo, and Throttle, and I ended up drawing them in the style that I did in my original first Biker Mice from Mars speed paint, where I redesigned the mice men, so go check that out. And in this drawing, I really didn't make any changes to the designs because I really like the redesign concepts I introduced in that video. But when it came to Throttle's glasses, I decided to color them more of a lime green color and not in the orange one that I think Throttle had in the original show, because with my redesign, Throttle kind of looks too close to K-Dash, and K-Dash is a KOF character, King of Fighters fame, and he just comes off as like a furry K-Dash, which I thought to be really funny, but I wanted him to stand out a bit more. And when it came to Modo, I ended up using this speed paint as an opportunity to showcase me using the hair texture brushes I ended up downloading off of Clip Studio's store. And I just want to say I really love these brushes, and I can finally, have a little cheat to draw like textured hair, like 3-type and 4-type hair. It's just nice having like a little shortcut there. So I ended up, using one of those brushes to give Modo a bit of a more kinky hair texture. So yeah. And if you wonder why I did that, you can go find out in the first Bikermeister Mars speed paint video. You'll see the inspiration behind it. So now that I'm done touching up on the mice guys and their portion of the video, we can get to the villain character concept I introduced earlier. And so I decided to draw a rat character, if you can see him on the right side of the drawing. And this rat character is based off a real cartoon rat character from the show Gary the Rat, and particularly the main character of that show, Gary. So Gary the Rat is a cartoon that ran on FX for one season, and I ended up watching an episode and bits and pieces of the other ones, and I can kind of see why it ran for one season. To me, it just felt like typical adult cartoon as far as like, the humor and the content inside it. And the unique spin, effectively, and this is like the premise of Gary the Rat, is that a lawyer, like a very admittedly crappy lawyer, ends up being transformed into a rat, basically to get karma on the fact that he's kind of a shitty person. And the whole show kind of revolves around the fact that, oh, he's a rat now, and look at this big rat man. So that is the type of character I wanted to make, be a villain to Modo, Throttle, and Vinny, and especially Modo because you know how he feels about the R word, Biker Mice from Mars fans. Gary the Rat was also played by Kelsey Grammer. Now, that was also like a thing they tried to really hone in as far as like marketing the show, but I don't know Kelsey Grammer personally. And so if you do, if you're older, let me know what's the deal with this guy because I have no clue. But when it comes to, Gary, as far as putting him in Biker Mice from Mars, I basically, wanted to keep the same like energy and style. Like I see him effectively acting like a lawyer to Limburger and actually trying to cover his tracks as far as all his shenanigans. And I'll show you some concept work. And so I have him in the typical businessman suit, but I decided to give him like an aqua green tie and aqua green shoes. And this is me trying to imitate the color of rat poison pills because I see him effectively being immune to like rat poison. And I wanted him to be a character who's actually intimidating to Throttle, Vinny, and Modo, like being the straight man to the shenanigans of Carbuncle, Grease Pit, and Limburger. And if you want a character to compare him to that I envision him as, like compare him to Shigo from Kim Possible. Now, watching Gary the Rat, I see why they had Kelsey Grammer be like a big part of the marketing because he plays the character very well. Like one thing about Gary the Rat that isn't mediocre, like the rest of the show, is Kelsey Grammer's voice acting. Like he plays the character well. And I guess that's what drawn me to Gary the Rat because I like the character, just not the show he's in. And so in this like concept I'm just drumming up, like I feel like he would be more of a fun character to be in Biker Mice from Mars as Mr. Limburger's lawyer. I don't know how the Earthlings are going to react to a humanoid rat basically running around being a lawyer, but they got used to it in Gary's show, so maybe the humans on Earth and Biker Mice from Mars can get used to it too. And if my concept were to be the thing that ends up going green, I wonder if we can get Kelsey to voice the character again, because Ryan Reynolds is here, so, one man can dream. But that's all I have for commentary in today's video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!